Hello everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out a game called Dimraeth. I've actually played about 3 hours of this yesterday with my friends and had an absolute blast. It's currently in a playtest state. You can get access by the time you see this video, the playtest is going to be over. The game is coming out in early access this year though, so if you want to check it out later when it does, I will put a link in the description for you to go to the page and wishlist it, because it is now my most anticipated game of the year, at least for the remainder of the year. So what is this? This is an online co-op action RPG, I think is the best way to describe it. It has a lot of systems that I like a lot. You might confuse it for an MMO with some of the stuff, as there is the quest system and the gear system, and there's a talent tree system and social system, and you like make your own world. There's this whole like quest area. It's top down. It's fantastic. Also, we're a minotaur, so that's kind of cool. I'll talk about each part as we go through, but I just want to like explore a little bit, show you guys the combat, which I think is quite good. So we have a dash, we have some abilities. Abilities depend on your class. Some people have magic stuff, some don't. I am a Minotaur brawler right now because I had friends playing. There's only human and Minotaur as races available, and only two classes. One is mage, one's brawler. And I guess we'll talk about the talent trees now and like the character building, because it's pretty interesting. So you can't change your character like looks wise at the moment, but what you can do is mess around with the talent tree. And the way the talent trees work, I think, is really cool. So basically, north and south on the talent tree is what race you are. So for Minotaurs, we're getting like spin to win, we're getting better charges, and we're getting boulder throws and whatnot. And then east and west is your class. So in this case, we're brawler, so we have a bunch of punchy stuff. We have like some hasty attacks. Just punch-related things, right? And then the other thing that this game does that's really cool is you see there's these four nodes that are in between them, the two trees. Those seem to be like they're going to be unique between each class and race. So like this one, when you do an AoE, or when you stun an enemy, you do an AoE tremor that deals AoE blunt damage. This one, when you hit a bleeding enemy, if you're doing like the bleeding stuff, which is over here, you trigger an AoE spin attack, and so on and so on. Like this one, after you're casting a Minotaur spell, your third attack releases a tremor. So there's like class race synergy. I think the plan for when the game releases, it said 8 races and 6 classes. I might have that inverse, but either way. The game also has crafting, forging, all that type of good stuff. If you're into it, I think you're probably going to want to do it anyway. I'm not going to progress the story here too much, just because like I don't want to leave my friends. I think they want to play. Oh, there's a traveler here. Let's talk to him. What you got for me, buddy? Anything good? Oh, actually, hold up. I'm kind of broken, but I need these things. Kind of broken. That's improper. So this game also has like survival game like building and a health and water meter. I don't know if I like the health water meter in the game, but it's here right now. So the game, I'm sure they're open to feedback, but that's just me at the moment. It doesn't really fit. Anyway, the combat's like super smooth. It feels really good. I love the chopping animation. We did run into a few like oddities in multiplayer that I'll talk about when we like see something. Like, for example, when you open a chest, I think there's one over here, if I'm remembering correctly from yesterday. When you open a chest in multiplayer, at the moment anyway, the items will spawn on top of each other. No, I guess I didn't remember correctly. But anyways, the items will spawn on top of each other, and you'll have to like grab them in order, and it's kind of a pain. But like if those all dropped like that, spread out, it'll show you like whose loot is whose. So it's a game with personal loot. It's a game with you know, what else do we got? We got set bonuses in my gear. which is kind of cool. If you look at every piece, this one's Beast Fury. I should probably actually get a whole set. But like we haven't even put together other slots. Looks like you have room for 5 skills, which is kind of cool. You have, you know, you can upgrade your stuff. I have this +4 ring now. You have all these stats. You have all these stats if you really want to get heavy RPG. Then you have your quest list. These are all the quests we've completed already in this playtest. We did those as a group. Again, the map here. Let's see. We can find the Child of the Forest. I think the Child of the Forest is right here. So let's do that quest, and then we'll get to the dialogue, because that's good too. Oh, here's a chest. Perfect. So we get some loot. It's probably not great because this is like the starting area, but that's okay. I just wanted to yap about the game because I'm so impressed with it. It is such a blast to play, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. I saw an email, asked my friends if they wanted to try it out. They said yes, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And it's now many people's most anticipated game to come out from the friend group. So I'm like I'm really excited. The multiplayer is very clean. We didn't have any like lag issues. We didn't have anything like that. The one problem that we found is dialogue is really, really funky in multiplayer. I was gonna get footage, but I definitely forgot to hit record when we were playing yesterday, so whoops, I apologize. It happens. But yeah, so this game has a stamina meter. You have a mana bar too. Oddly, the mana bar is green, but that's because it's not mana, it's concentration. I respect my character, so I don't really use it. One thing this game does too is a really interesting way to level up, which I'll show after we save this child. I don't know if I'll have points to level up, but we'll see. You notice I have the XP in the bottom left there, the 314, but also, you know, that's not towards the next level. That's just amount of XP I have to spend. It almost reminds me of like the Gothic style XP spending. Kind of. I guess those were more points too. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. Anyways, combat's really responsive. You can dash out of most stuff. You can also hold spacebar to sprint so you can get around fast. Again, I probably need to eat and drink because if I don't, it's going to be a bad time. You start having less stamina. You need to make cooked stuff. Cooked beast meat. There we go. More HP, more everything. We also have a retaliate ability, but I've had more success dodging out of enemy attacks. It's not all just goop. There's dryads. We've fought some boss Trents. We found like a rift in space-time that was like a wave-based event that was pretty cool. Let's save this child and see what happens. All right, child's right there. In multiplayer, there's a lot more going on. There's like stuns and there's synergies and stuff. With myself, I just have to keep doing self things. I also forgot I put all my points into this quick punch ability. Basically because it regenerates stamina. As much as I wanted to spin to win, and if you guys have been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know that I am a sucker for spin to win. No, thank you. No, thank you. It's fine. It's fine. You die. You die now. You die now. Did I save the child? I'm still in combat. Oh, did we find another bug? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's run away. Oh, is it showing us where combat is, maybe? There's an arrow over here. Oh, it's this guy. Sneaky little slime. Music goes kind of crazy in combat, too. All right. Talk to the child. Okay, so here's one of the problems with multiplayer. Everyone can engage with dialogue at the same time currently, and there is seemingly no way to discern who is deciding which option until after it's been taken. So we had 4 people playing. If each of us were to have picked a different option, I just say, you know, the top one, the second one could have been picked, and you wouldn't know who picked what, and it was just like, it's seemingly random as to who picks what. There's also like traits you can it that I think affect dialogue, but it's pretty cool. I'm just clicking through this right now because it's like a first adventure advanced. Okay, sure. Let's get the loot. Oh, green. So currently the most I found is blue. That's the highest we found. But let's grab these berries too. But yeah, okay, so we have 444 XP. It's probably not enough to do anything, but we can teleport back to the village and see if we can get anything. So there's a runesmith guy here. Oh, I had a dog pet too. What happened to my dog? Yeah, what happened to my dog? Okay, that seems like a bug in the game. Okay, so anyways, this guy sells dogs and parrots, and I had bought a dog who would like help be my companion and like carry stuff around, but it would appear that the dog disappeared, so that sucks. Anyways, I can't believe the game stole my dog. Anyways, let's see, is there a quest down here? Can't really move the camera on this part, or at least not in a good way. You should be able to just like scroll down, but I can't do that. All right, let's go into the guild hall here. This is where a lot of your stuff is done. So you get to train at this person. So this is done really cool. So you spend this amount of points. Yeah, we're not even close. We're level 7 right now. Depending on what your like affinity is for, like as a character, the cheaper the cost will be. So you see like physique is 474. But memory is 662. That's because we're a brawler minotaur. We're like a heavy physical character. And the more points you spend, you hit a certain threshold, then you get a skill point. The skill points are here. They let you do stuff. You can respec freely as the way the game is now, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to click it because then I have to put the stuff back on my bar and whatnot, and I don't want to do that. But you can just do what you want. It's like I said, it seems like 5 abilities. There's also a quick bar for potions and stuff. Let's see. Let's open the quest menu and see if we can find if there was a thing. Return to Befir. Okay, I know where Befir is. I think it was the guy I just tried to. I think it was the guy I just went to look for the dog for. Actually, this is this beggar here, but I don't have any more money. All right, Befir. It would be nice to have the NPC names above their head. Oh, actually, it says it right here on his thing. All right, I found the child. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know why, but he definitely looks like the Sultan from Aladdin. And then you're going to tell him stuff. Story. I don't really want to get into the story now. It's a playtest. I'm not going to remember it when early access comes out anyway. So we're just going to go through this. There is a lot of dialogue, and it's not bad. It's not bad, admittedly, but I'm here for action RPG and loot and whatnot. So we get a quest complete. Probably, oh, we got a bunch of XP. Yeah, still probably not enough to level, though. So in addition to one other thing I wanted to show, and I assume there's going to be some other place to do this, because right now it's kind of dreary, is the Sanctum. This is like the tutorial area, or the end of it. But this game also has a build mode. So there's not really much yet here. You can make a workbench. I need planks and stone tables to do that. There's an alchemy table. There's some plots for flowers. There's a campfire that we made and a tent that we've made. There's a little bit of furniture, which is neat. It's kind of like a, you know, one of those situations where, wait, can I click on this? I'm sorry, could I please have this? All right, for some reason it doesn't seem to be working. Walls. Okay, look, some things are bugged right now. Just, we might have to have like a frame or something, or a base, maybe. Oh, it probably has to go on a foundation that I don't have the recipe for yet. That would make sense. Maybe I could just make something different. A torch. There. Yeah, see, it works just fine if you're not dumb. But anyways, there's like some building stuff going on too, which I'm in for as like the secondary factor of this game. And then we're just going to teleport out because the game kind of just lets you do that freely. We hit here. Say corrupted thicket entrance. I think that's the furthest along. There's a lot of wolves here. So yeah, that's the gist of what's going on. Again, there's 2 races, 2 classes. Not a lot to pick from at the moment, but it kind of has me excited the way the class system works. I guess I should look at gear for a second, but like the gear is not super exciting. It's stuff like basically extra mana, extra movement speed, extra attack speed. Nothing stood out to be actually like absurd yet. But I really can't express how much I've enjoyed my time so far with this game. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm over here. How did I even get over here? Wait, no, I'm up here. Forgive me, I'm just stupid. Investigate the caravan. Let's go investigate the caravan. And then, yeah. Let me get these. Let me get these tender berries. So tender. Oh, looks like stuff. Yeah, I will say there was a few attacks that don't feel worth it just yet. Like, the first one I went to was like this like trimmer attack that summoned a bunch of rock pillars, and it was really cool. But the problem is, it took like 2 seconds to charge. So I think there's a lot of balancing that probably needs to be done. Well, I'm out of stamina. Hitting with my punch gives me stamina back. I spec'd into that. So that's like what I should be doing. Nice. Oh, okay. There's been a bunch of these guys around. It's gonna be a lot harder without my friends. So, like, basically all of my friends picked the mage spec. I was the only one that took the brawler class. And they had this blizzard ability that, you know, it's like Diablo 2 Blizzard basically, and it is incredible. The game also is really easy for having people to join. You just join a friend's server. Okay, I tried to retaliate and it didn't do anything. That's great. I'm gonna run. Grab a potion. Yeah, I think maybe this spec I'm currently at is better in support. Oh, frick, I got hit by roots. I do think the game does a really good job of, like, telegraphing attacks for you. I never feel cheated. Which I think matters. I also really like the animation. I don't know, this is just a me glazing this game video. I know, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because I feel like this should be on everyone's wish list. Like, if you like my channel, and if you remember my Heroes of Hammerwatch 2 coverage, this is basically just that game, but better, in my opinion. Or, you know, assuming we get a full-fledged thing after, at least for early access. Not roguelike-y, you know, in that sense, but the way it plays feels so good, and the enemy variety already seems to be here. I don't know. I really can't say enough good stuff about this. Charge. Get wrecked, Trent. Call you Trent Dilfer because you're a failure of a tree. I don't know. That was an unnecessary shot at a quarterback in the NFL who I have nothing against. I'm sorry, Trent Dilfer. There's like 4 of you who are like, I remember Trent Dilfer. And maybe a half of you who is like, Trent Dilfer was my quarterback for my team. I don't remember who he played for, I'll be real. Return to Manga. Manga's one of the people in that camp. Let's see, what else do we have here? Slay the corrupted beast. Slay the beast wardens. Wait, let's look at our map. We're here. Corrupted glade, slay the beast. Let's interact with the corpse. Interact with the corpse. Let's go interact with the corpse. Let's do that. We're gonna save the corrupt. You know what? No, let's go do the corrupted beast. I want to see it. Actually, no, let's not do the corrupted beast. Let's go back on the map. I'm gonna teleport down here. We're gonna turn in the quest. We're gonna get our XP from it, and we're gonna level up. I'm gonna be smart about this instead of being a dum-dum. Cause it's important. It's important. I've also noticed the game doesn't give you a lot of money to work with. I've been pretty broke for the majority of this. Wait, which one is... Is it you, Train? No, you're Rana here. Which one is... Oh, Manga's the... Frick. Manga's the Minotaur. How could I forget Manga the Minotaur? It's such a good name. But yeah, outside of a few little things, I think this is just like so high on my list. Hey, buddy. I did the thing. Found your stuff. All of them want to know what happened to all their things. He's pretty cool looking. Exile of Zawin. Okay. There's no like mini games or anything for forging. Oh, what is it? I've completed the runesmithing. Apparently I never turned this in. Okay, so what do I want to talk? There's some like, see what I'm saying? There's like some weird stuff. I couldn't help but notice that your horns are severed. Oh, now we're asking about his horns. That's rude. Some of the dialogue I feel like doesn't lead itself to how it should be. And also, I feel like it would be nice if it had like World of Warcraft-esque like little exclamation point or question marks above their head if you have a quest involving the character. I don't know if that takes you out of it too much, but it feels appropriate for a game like this. See, it like, you know, it showed we did that like a bunch of times. It's kind of weird. Anyways. The dialogue system, good. Little funky on the quest reward and like progression. There needs to be like a more consistent indicator when a quest is completed, I think. But let's talk to this person. No, I didn't want, wait, no. I did not want to talk to you, sorry. I want to trade with you. I want to sell our stuff. Can't believe we lost our dog. Try it, like we have so many things. Don't need the tools because we already have them. Essential ingredient spellcraft. I mean, I'm not spellcrafting right now, so we could just sell some of these things. Trent Heart. Oh, it's used for potions. That's probably useful. We have 32. I'm going to buy this shockwave attack because now I can. So you get spell books in the game, which means there's like other stuff to do. And now we have 1900 XP. So I'm just going to go physique. And you could scroll over here to show what it does. And let's say strength. And let's say physique. And that doesn't level us up. I'd rather level us up. That doesn't level us up. Well, that does. All strength. Balls to the wall. And now we could go here and we got one more skill point. So I could put it into something I want, which is going to be the strong straight ability. So we have another attack. And now we have both these. Let's put them down here. And let's zip on back over here because this was a fast travel. And let's kill the corrupted beast. So we got this ability. Whoa. Hold on. I don't know what that does. Okay, strong straight is just one serious punch. Let's see what the R ability is. Wait. Press to cast, unleash a shockwave that pushes enemies back and deals blunt damage. You gotta love blunt damage. Oh, that's kind of good. All right, how about this straight? Hey, ah! Punched. Okay, that was a lot of stun. We need to eat again. So I was saying, I'm not sure about the whole food and water thing. I like the idea of it from the standpoint of like, hey, you can, you know, you could use it to do like a buff system, right? I think that's good. Okay, well, maybe we can't progress over here. The story might not even progress past this part. You know what? That's fine. We'll go kill the beast wardens down here. Or investigate the corpse for whatever the quest is. And wrap up the video. Because there's only so much to talk about here right now. Elven ruin. Oh, frick. She summoned a tree. I guess the tree was already there. Super punch. And then strong jab. I got stunned. It's just a very satisfying feeling combat. Like, it's not super quick, but it's not slow either. I don't know. It's very deliberate in the best feeling way. And I was not alone in this opinion. Now, the dialogue stuff and the quest stuff, definitely, I don't even think I was the first person to bring it up. Like, that was some weirdness. Punch, punch, punch. Die, Treebeard. Die. Maybe the arena shouldn't be so small either, but that's okay. What's in the big chest? Oh, not really much of anything. Lesser stamina. Oh, wait. No, there's a... Is that a purple? Got a purple ring. 10 stam, 10 endurance, 2 encumbrance, 1 stamina regen. Okay. It's also a life bloom set. It's pretty cool. So the game also has encumbrance, so you have a amount of weight you can carry. This is one of those things that is not kind of neat in theory, but I think it would just be a hindrance on the game long term personally. So I kind of hope they get rid of it. Oh, we got some recipes. I already unlocked that recipe apparently. A Trent heart and some type of graphics glitch there. Well, it appears I have looped around. Not sure. Maybe there's quests down here. But anyways, I'm going to wrap up the video here. There's really not much more to talk about as far as like what's going on. I think I've covered everything that's super relevant. This game is I didn't even know this was up here on the top right, I'll be honest with you. I'll go easier section. This game is a blast. I love it. It's on my wish list. You're going to see coverage of this when it hits EA 100%. I'm not the biggest like Minotaur guy. I just didn't want to be a regular human. I think Minotaurs are super cool, but I think based on what we're seeing in like the fantasy stuff, there's some serious potential for some crazy fun classes, and then mishmashing that with your friends is going to be a blast. Again, the game's called Dimraeth. Put a link in the description. If you like the video, want more preview type videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Jeff out. Bye.